Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another weekly episode of the Interconnected-ness, a weekly oracle series. All right, you all, this is the first episode in 2023, so first things first, sweetheart, congratulate yourself. I'm very proud of you. You all kept going, you kept adamant, you feel me? You kept going, you kept pushing, even when it was hard. I am very proud of you. Congratulate yourself. Remember, this year is the year of prioritizing you, babes, most definitely, but prioritizing, that is the emphasis, that is the key word this year. All right, you all, the yearly reading is available. It's finally available on YouTube. Remember, Patreon has early access. Okay, you all, the yearly horoscopes will be up momentarily. Okay, remember to watch Patreon whenever it's available. You all will know first, so come on over to the Playful platform of Patreon. All right, you all, that link is in the description box below, but it's also in the Linktree link in the description box below. Okay, this weekly message is for January 2nd, 2023 to January 8th, 2023. All right, you all, I have one thing to say, the thing that I have the most to say. It is this: the years are just extensions of yourself. So I want you to think of this gigantic you, and then each year you are gaining extensions of yourself. You're growing more awareness, more deeper awareness of yourself, of your likes, of your dislikes, of other people, of your values, of what you like, of what personal luxury means, of personal importances, of your mindsets, of your needs, of your habits. All right, you all, please remember to do your 3 deep breaths. In from your nose and slowly out your mouth. To be open, to be aware, and to be ready for this weekly message, okay? If you would like to send a love offering, the link to the Linktree link is in the description box below. The Cash App link is also in the description box below. Yes. I'm actually starting very different. I'm doing it. Okay. Almost. This is the one that came out almost. And Divine Wisdom guides me. And that is actually the very biggest but silent emphasis that is going on this year. You all be reading more about that, listening more about that. All right, you all, that is in the yearly reading, okay? The yearly reading link is in the description box below, okay? Make sure you check that out. Thumbs it up, send that video out, subscribe, share that video out. People who make you feel good, people who allow you to continue growing and blossoming into the person that you are, but also who you allow to continue growing into the person that they are, the individual that they are destined to be. All right, you all. All right, let's get the weekly message. We need to be very mindful of when we are driving and when we are merging on the expressway, because you need to look to your left and your right, especially when lanes are merging, or like they're integrating. Watch that. Be mindful about that. Be mindful about the accidents that will happen. Be mindful about reactions last minute. I want you to take extra precaution, take extra safeness. You feel me? If you know you're about to turn, make sure ain't nobody out there. Okay. Okay. Excellent. It's really just keep your eyes on the road. Oh my goodness, especially when you're on the expressway. I see cones. Yeah, I saw this color cones. I saw these cones, and this card says, I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Oh my goodness, yes. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. And it says, I am worthy. Oh, I am worth loving. You are absolutely worth loving. That's what he's talking about, prioritizing, looking out. That card had a whole bunch of eyes and paying attention. That means also paying attention to your guts. Okay. Solar plexus. Oh no, this is orange. I'm really thinking about solar plexus. I'm really thinking about root. I'm really thinking about that stomach area, that intuition, that gut. We need to very much pay attention to that. All right, you all, we're going to get 2 oracle cards for affirmations, because this will actually help us throughout the year. Okay, actually, there's a lot that when it comes out. So we're actually going to only click this one and read the back of the deck. And look at that. Look at that. Look how easy it is when we follow and we pay attention. You see that? Chef kiss. Okay, I love it. We're back at it. We're doing it. Okay. So the card says, I bless my home with love. I put love in every corner and my home lovingly responds with warmth and comfort. I am at peace. Ooh, prioritizing peace. What does that look like? How can you do that? How can you pay attention to your energy each day? You don't gotta be like, okay, all day, what time is it? How my energy level? You don't gotta do like that. You feel me? You just pay attention to your emotions, how you feel. If your boss says, hey sis, you gotta do this bill task, you're like, ooh, I don't really feel like it right now. But what can you do from that task with the energy that you do have? This is prioritizing your energy level. Becoming aware of your energy level, your inner passions. This is also silent libido. This is silent awareness to your body, autonomy, and your own sensual needs. This is literally when Austin Powers was just like, I lost my mojo. He came to that realization. But these are the steps that he is attaining to gain his mojo back. And here it might be a moment of dryness, a moment of like up and down, a moment of not balance. But right now we need to be very mindful about what it means. What does balance mean? Why is balance even important? And without balance, how was our life? That means more compassion, more understanding for yourself, for your home, for your emotional stability, for connecting with others, for continuously growing yourself. It says, I bless my home with love. I put it in every corner in my home, which means continuously, which means religiously. That means this year, prioritizing ourselves, prioritizing our needs, prioritizing our home, prioritizing cleanliness is very top, is at the top of the list. Peace, balance, being grounded, being centered, that is at the top of the list. So how are we going to attain that goal? And what steps do we need? And what does that even look like? You feel me? Being at peace might be me out here playing the game. Being at peace might be you coloring in a dark room with the candle light. I don't know. But that's for you to know and to grow and to become aware of. And to continuously walk into, cater into, curate. And that's for us to think about this week. You feel me? The rest period, so we can start prioritizing. So we got to be mindful of our own energy level. The front of the card says, my home is a peaceful haven. Ooh, I like that. So we are centering ourselves even when situations feel like they're out of control. So when situations feel like they're out of control, what is the things that we can control? Ourselves, our emotions, how we react, who we engage with, how much, you feel me? Back of the deck was, it was sideways. And it says, my healing is already in process. Ooh, already in process. Which means everything is as it is, but we need to probably be more aware, be more in tune. Be more in tune. Both these cards are orange. Maybe we need to tap more into our orange. Maybe we need to tap more into our confidence. Maybe we need to tap more into our self-reassurance. Maybe we need to tap more into upping our intake of like vitamin D, upping our intake in, I'm just really seeing like being fulfilled in self, being satisfied within self, containing and like holding our desires and our emotions. And here we have a whole lot of fire, a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of thoughts, a whole lot of expansion, a whole lot of like wanting to attain. And here we need to be very mindful of what we're wanting to attain. Maybe, you feel me, this is upright. Sorry, that is sideways. Sorry. This is upright and this is sideways. So it's like an indecision, indecisiveness within the unit. So when they're like this, how do we become aware, understand the balance, what's the baseline, what's really going on, to put them back in balance, to put them back working together. And maybe that means looking at oneself and one's motives. You feel me? Do we match up? Do what we say match up? Do what we do match up? Do what we say and I do? Do what we say and do match up? Do they match up to who we are and really what our values are, especially this year? All right, it's the back of the card says, my willingness to forgive begins my healing process. I allow the love from my own heart to wash through me, cleansing and healing every part of my body. I know I am worth healing. Prioritize. I love it. This year, imagery and creativeness, we need to think about incorporating that. Maybe we don't always need to incorporate it first, but we need to think about incorporating it even as a break. So yeah, because I'm doing a whole lot of oracle, and then playing card. I like to do playing card first and let everything else be the clarifiers. But playing card can be the clarifier. All right, you all. I love you. Comic books. We're really into comic books. Okay. So what comic books do you want to read this year? Comic books count as real books. When did you all get interested in them? I love it. All right, the cards, I love it. Okay, so we need to be very mindful of our energy and how we communicate and our thought process and what we are envisioning long term. I'm seeing how we communicate, so how we honor ourselves vocally, how we express ourselves, how we express, others. So I'm glad that we said we're going to, at the beginning, we said congratulate ourselves. You are very important. You are very vital. You are very strong, very desireful. This year is a club year, so you're very passionate this year. You're very growing your awareness to like your sensuality, your style, how you carry yourself. And be mindful about that this year. Be mindful about your ego. Be mindful about your desires and your motives and your passions and how you use them. Be mindful of how you communicate. Make sure that they are all aligned. The first card that came up, it says connect, and it is reverse. And connect just have all these many pieces. And here we were just talking about the dryness, you feel me? And here it's not really dry, but it's icy. And icy for a very long time, you feel me? You can get a burning sensation. So we need to be very mindful of chemical imbalance in our body. We need to be very mindful about our imbalances within our body. Maybe we need to think about our uptake in water, our uptake in nutrients, our uptake in nourishing ourselves, our uptake in connecting ourselves. How can we connect ourselves? Be more aware of ourselves. Ask ourselves, how are we feeling? What's our energy level? What do we have to do today? How much energy level will that take? When we become aware of our own schedule, we're able to connect the dots, connect what we need to do and what we don't need to do, so we can be aware, so we can be on the same page, so we can be connected. Connected literally can start at the very small instance to really spread out. And that's also like when our parents impact us through the ways that they engage with us. So this is also maybe a disconnect within our family, a disconnect within our emotions, a disconnect within our thoughts and how we are reacting or understanding things. And here, or disconnect with our friends. Disconnect with our voice. How can we reconnect them? How can we honor our voice? Maybe drink more teas. Maybe acknowledge our voice. Maybe acknowledge the different tones, what we like and what we don't like, the different music. Maybe sing a song, maybe chanting, maybe writing a poem. What are ways that you can vocalize your feelings? Maybe shouting, ah, anything. What is it? What are you thinking? And the next one that fell out is ground. And ground is, wow, this is the card of the yearly reading. This is really kind of funny. And it's not of the yearly reading. It is of the reading before, the weekly reading before this reading. So last week's reading. And I like this because grounding allows us to be focused in one area to then be able to continue growing, continue digging, gaining more clarity, gaining more foundation, gaining more certainty within oneself to move outward. But one has to be aware of where one is right now. One has to be aware of one's own importance. One has to be aware of what is going on. So how can you be more aware? How can you be more aware of the moment, in the moment? How you feeling within the moment? How many times your heartbeat within the moment? You feel me? It's so many different ways to check in with yourself. How are you going to do it? You feel me? Get back to the basics, babe. Getting back to the basics. The back of the deck is allow. And I really like this because to allow, one has to be able to reflect. One has to be able to be in pause. One has to be able to be aware. One has to be centered. Allow really just means to let things be as they are, flow. Allow means, releasing control, but remembering that the control that one has is how one reacts, how one engages, how one moves, who one engages with. This kind of reminds me of like that free will conversation. And I like that because the only thing we can control is what? What does control look like to us? What does power look like to us? Maybe these are conversations we need to be thinking about. What does maturity look like? What does responsibility look like? We need to be very mindful about our need of control. Control of what? What do we want to control? What is it going to give to us? We can control what our decisions. What is the weekly message? In my head, I saw 6 of Hearts. Go. Oh my gosh, said bro, it's gonna be reverse. Oh my gosh, bro. I love it because I love this so much because the way to go forward, bro, we have to think about our steps. We have to think about our values. We have to think about what is currently important to us. You feel me? And the whole time, 6 of Hearts really look like right here. You feel me? You go against the traditions. You go against the values. But are they servicing you? Do these systems service you? Do these habits service you? Do these values service you? Do you feel me? Do the things in your life, do they give you emotional stability, emotional efficient, emotional growth, emotional development? now this is a really good time to ask yourself, what is that? You feel me? What is that? What's that, girl? What is emotional stability right now for me? What does that look like? What is stability of the finances for me look like? What does that look like? You feel me? What does loyalty look like? What does compassion look like? What do I need? You feel me? What do I need within my heart? What is important to me within my heart? What do I value currently within my heart, within relationships, within friendships, with connecting to others? Also, how you need to, this year, I want you to be very mindful of how you are connecting to your child. This year, I want you to think about ways of integrating more habits that integrate them. You feel me? That integrate things that they like to do. That integrate ways of you all connecting, you understanding them more, but also to allow them to understand you more. And to allowing them to shape their awareness of maturity, of responsibility, of being efficient, being sufficient, being stable. What habits do you want your child to set? What habits do you want to set? I like this because it's thinking about for better generations, one has to think about oneself. I like that. It's a whole lot of thinking, ideas about relationships, ideas about connections, wanting to connect, wanting to get back with other people, wanting to get back with previous exes. And I really feel like do what's best for you right now. You feel me? Do what's best for you in the long term. Do what people who service you. Go to people who service you, who honor you, who uplift you, who validate you. Also, it might be a little bit emotional spending here because one feels left out. One feels not on the path that one's supposed to be on. But who determines the path that you are supposed to be on? Maybe this is a moment of reflecting, of re-anointing, re-acknowledging, rediscovering one's own path, one's own need. Righteousness within the heart. You feel me? This is allowing you to grow your deeper awareness to your heart here, to your health, to your body, to your heart consciousness, to your needs, to your family. I like this. I like this a lot. I feel like I want to say this. If you feel like you've been on the outs with individuals because of your different values, I think of this year be more beneficial to the growth of you all's relationship. And if people talk more about their different viewpoints and growths and developments within the minds regarding relationships, so regarding people's values, regarding, your awareness and like your plans for the relationships, the habits of the relationships, how often you will see someone, you feel me, the health of the relationship, maybe check in often, see how everyone's feeling, how can you be a better partner, you feel me, how can you be a better family member, how can you be more engaged. This was a really good year of like rekindling, but you gotta be mindful of what you are rekindling, whose desires, the hidden motives, the under motives. Yeah, I like this. Okay, yeah, the family values. Yeah, yes. This year is think about building more success. Diamonds or heart? Hold on. Bro, this isn't nothing but hearts reading. Yeah, I want us to be more grounded in our emotions, be more grounded in the way that we're thinking, be more grounded in the way that we're thinking long term. 4, 6, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is a pause. This is a wonderful pause. Allow us to grow more openness to our heart. Allow us to grow more openness to trusting other people, trusting situations, trusting ourselves, trusting like higher dimensional forces, the creator. I love this. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 8, you feel me, you only need 13. 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That moves you all the way up to the 5 of clubs. And then the 8 of clubs is right here. 8 plus 5 is what? 8 plus 2 is 10. And 3 is 13. So look at this. The King of Clubs is here. We were just talking about how this is a club reading. King of Clubs is being strategic in one's values, being strategic in one's own, you know, attaining of knowledge. But it's like, to be able to reach that kingship, to be able to reach that nobility, to be able to reach that understanding, to be able to reach that logicalness, one has to go internal, back to the basics. To re-shore, to re-understand, to re-mold, to make sure that the values align to the plans of the path that's most destined for the soul's growth for you. Back of the deck from all of this is the 10 of Diamonds. I love this. It's so much Moon, Neptune, so many conversations, so much alignments that's going on right now. And it's very imperative that we are calm, cool, and collective, aware of the moment, being present in the moment. Make sure we're listening. Active listening skills need to be activated. You know, intuition is here. 6 has some anxiousness within the mind, anxiousness within the body. If we stretch more, be mindful of what we eat and indulge in, we'll be good. We'll be good. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. And remember to watch the yearly reading.